Say goodbye to the aches and pains that often come with traditional workouts. Join us in embracing a new era of exercise that prioritizes your comfort without compromising results. Chris Janke is about to take you through an easy-to-follow workout that you'll love. Have fun.
All right, let's get it going, guys. We have this workout on Labor Day. We'll say moderate Monday. It's not going to be Meathead Monday. It's not going to be Mellow Monday. It's going to be right in the middle, moderate Monday. So let's start with some glute bridges, some of the basics up and down with the hips. Squeezing the glutes as you come up, making sure both sides are doing that work equally. So yes, during the second half of the workout, we will crank it up a little bit and do some weights, a little bit of stand-up cardio as well. But we'll spend a lot of time with these core exercises and stretches in the beginning. So getting us nice and warmed up here. About 20 seconds here, and then we'll actually sit up and do a twist right after this. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and sit up into a sitting floor twist. Now the glutes that we just worked, we're going to stretch them now. So bring one leg up and over, bring the opposite elbow to the knee and twist right here. So that leg that's straight, you want to keep it tight. And then this ankle down here, flex the toes, pull the toes back toward you. Getting this one and done class, getting you guys prepped for your barbecues or whatever else you're doing today. Your walks to Pete's, runs. Let's take this leg that's up, this knee that's up. Very small little change. You're going to bring it out like this. Put the foot on the inside of the leg right there. So again, you're going from the cross to here, and now we're leaning forward toward the toes. Same thing though, keeping the quad tight, keeping the knee straight, flexing the ankle, just hitting that hamstring flexibility from a couple different angles. If this is too much for you, always feel free to bend the knee. So that's always an option as well if you're not as flexible. After this, we'll be going back, well, of course, to the other side, but then after that, we'll be going on our backs again. Okay, and switch. So one leg out straight, the other leg bent up and over, and a little twist here. Straight leg tight, flex the ankle. 15 seconds, and then we'll do that forward bend, and then we're back onto our backs. So do the version of the exercise that's good for you. If the twisting is too much, you can modify that. Okay, let's take this leg up, put it on the inside of the leg, and bend forward. Try to breathe deeply into your back as you stretch. Stretching the calf, the hamstring, the back. And rest. Let's give the lower body a little rest here, and we'll get into the upper body here. Let's start with elbow curls. So curl your fingers, put your knuckles on the side of your head, bring your elbows back, and then bring them forward. So you can keep this one very soft, or you can start pressing hard when you get back to the floor. Really press the back of the elbows into the floor, and then when you're coming in together, really squeeze those elbows in together. So again, your choice. You can stay soft, or you can go a little bit extra and squeeze the elbows together, squeeze the elbows to the floor. Okay, next one is very similar to this elbow curl one. You're going to release your hands though. Bring your hands to the floor, so like you just finished a goalpost. And then we're going to bring the elbows together and the hands together, and then all the way back to the floor. All the way together, and then all the way to the floor. Same idea here too. So if you want to get an extra squeeze, squeeze your hands together, Squeeze your elbows together. And same thing when you hit the floor. Press your elbows to the floor. Press your hands to the floor. Full range of motion all the way back, all the way forward. And next one, let's open up the posture. So press your hands to the floor, press your elbows to the floor. So this position right here, you're like this on the floor. We're going to go up and down right here. Up and down. Good. So trying to keep the back of the hands, the wrist, the elbows, and the back of the shoulder, everything back on the floor. We'll go 30 seconds here. Try to relax your abs, relax your lower back. Just make this all about the upper back right here. Opening up the posture, stretching out the front of the shoulder and the chest. And then your choice, we'll do pullovers. Your choice if you want to do interlace fingers right here, or if you want to grab a weight. And then also optional, of course, if you want to add leg raises. So go 90-90, lower the legs down as you raise your arms up. That will incorporate the abdominals a little bit into the work. So level 1, no weight. Level 2 with the weight. Level 3 with the leg raises. Let's go 30 more seconds here. Trying to keep the elbows straight as you come up and over. We're going to continue on the shoulders up next, but we'll also be adding some hips and legs as well. So let's go ahead and lie down on our sides. We got a rotator cuff coming up, and you can do this with no weight, or you can get a light weight. I'm using 5s. You can use a 3, somewhere in that range. And let's add in the clamshell. So keeping the elbow touching the rib cage, keeping the feet together. Let's lift and lower the knee. We're doing 1 minute of rotator cuff. We'll switch halfway through so that the lower body can get the opposite range of motion. So we're going to switch in 5. Keeping the knees together now. Let's go up with the foot. Go ahead and switch right here. All right, we are not switching quite yet. Go ahead and drop the weight though. Let's do arm circles. Bring your top leg forward and bottom leg back. Let's take that arm. We're going 30 seconds each direction. Stay in the range of motion that feels comfortable. If you need to limit it a little bit, that's fine. On the other hand, if you feel like you can really stretch it out, go ahead and do that. We got 10, and then we'll switch. Big deep breaths and switch directions. Let the breathing stretch your rib cage from the inside. Getting those ribs, boom, all the way expanded. Is that your dog? Is that your dog doing it?
We're puppy sitters.
Oh, we got like 6 humans and a dog. Awesome. All right, guys, switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides.
See me for a while, so she decided she wants to join the class.
Sounds good. Well, she's welcome. All right, let's go rotator cuff We're on the other side now, rotator cuff with clamshell. Up and down. All right, continue with the rotator cuff, but just switch the leg, so keep the knees touching up and down. So this is the internal rotation from the hip socket. Usually with most people, one of these is harder than the other. So you're probably going to have one rotation down here in the lower body that just feels so much harder. If that's the case, that's just a sign that you want to be doing that more frequently, maybe a couple days a week until it gets caught up. All right, let's go ahead and drop that weight. Let's do arm circles, top leg forward, bottom leg back. Big circles here, all the way up and around.
Are we supposed to be on our back, moving our legs walking?
Don't follow what y'all do.
Oh, okay.
On our side. On our...
You'll hurt yourself.
Oh, you're following the dog. Don't follow the dog, Jim. All right, switch directions. Switch directions. I know earlier I thought you were laughing at my jokes, and I was thinking I wasn't that funny, was I? And turns out he's laughing at the dog. It's okay. It's a big party this morning. All right, let's go face down. We're going to continue again with the shoulders. This time we're going to hit the back of the shoulder. Optional, with or without weights. I'll show you what it looks like with the weight. We're going palms facing up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up the hands, and then lower back down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the hands, back down. You can get a little extra if you want. If your spine is strong enough and flexible enough, you can get that extra arch. That's fine. You don't have to, though. 2 steps here. Squeezing the shoulder blades and then lifting up the hands. Those are the main 2 steps. You should feel this in the upper back, in the shoulder blade area. All right, now we're doing 30 more seconds. This time, all we're doing is flipping the hands, though. Flip your hands palms down, whether you have the weights or not, and then squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up the hands, and back down. A little bit harder this way, palms down. Very isolating. Again, posture, getting you sitting up, standing up straighter, strengthening the back. One more repetition here. Good. While we're here, let's do a quad stretch. One of the best exercises, especially if you guys are doing a lot of walking or hiking. Grab onto the ankle, pull the heel toward the glute. Right here. All right, squeeze your glutes, push your hips down. We're going to switch already, and then we'll come back to it again, though. So go ahead and switch to the second side. This way. Good. Pull that heel toward the glute. Squeeze your glutes tight. Push your hips down to the floor. And we're going to come back again to that first side. Let's do another quad stretch on the first side here. Squeeze your glutes tight. Push your hips down to the floor. Those of you joining on the preview live, we're going to cut you guys here. If you want to continue with everybody else here joining us for the full workout, including the dog today, apparently. Free Dogs Day. Today's Free Dogs Day. If you guys want to join that, healthintherealworld.com. We'll see you guys next time. All right. And let's switch again to the second leg again. So we're on the second round of the second leg. We're actually going to do one more round after this. So instead of doing one long stretch, we're trying for 2 or 3 shorter stretches today. Just a different approach, different way of doing it. Should get a little bit easier each time. Squeeze your glutes tight, push your hips down to the floor. All right, and switch again. We're on the last round, third round. Third inning for you baseball fans. We're on the top of the third. Squeezing the glutes, pressing your hips down to the floor.